All right, we begin with celebrating its 10th anniversary. Yes, that's one of Africa's most vibrant film festival, Afriff. They've opened in Lagos, southwest Nigeria with this spectacular news. Take a look.
The Africa International Film Festival, Afriff, one of Africa's most vibrant film festivals, has opened in Lagos. Celebrating its 10th anniversary, Afriff 2021 has over the years consistently delivered an energetic and exciting hub of filmmakers, gradually building a reputation for making real impact in the Nigerian film space. Speaking exclusively with Channels Television, the chief executive of the festival, Chioma Ude, is excited about this year's outing.
Afriff is actually celebrating the 10th edition. We skipped last year because of COVID. It was supposed to be our 10th anniversary, and I couldn't imagine not having fireworks. So I've had this question asked a couple times, what do we expect this year? We expect fireworks. So be it the physical fireworks, be it speed dating being done at the festival this year, deals on your films, wonderful films being shown this year. There's just so much to be in this festival this year that you have to be part of it. I'll give you an example. There's something called speed dating, which we're doing in the festival this year. It's being done by the KwaZulu-Natal Film Commission, and basically they're going to have producers come in, very quick, give you 10-15 minutes to pitch your story. If they like your story, then they would go into an agreement with you of sorts. I don't want to expand on what the agreement looks like, but they'll be funding you. You would have to do it in Durban, but you do it with Nigeria. So it's a co-production deal. And in Africa, we've been talking about producing together, working together. And so this gives you a good opportunity also. It makes it really smooth, because when the government of a country is involved, then it's easy for you to get things rolling quickly. So that's going to be done at the festival. Very important this year, we have the Amazon Prime Video coming on board in a very big way. You have James Farrell, who is in charge of international originals. You have Ukonwa Ojo, our own sister, our own person, who is the chief marketing officer coming. That's huge. Beyond that, you have the global head for licensing and acquisition, Ayana Lonian, who's going to be here. We have our own Wangi coming in. We have another lady called Dio. There's Ned Mitchell. I mean, there's just so many of them. Because of the new co-production deals we're getting into, and just for us to maximize on how much we get in, our directors have to work with foreign directors to understand even how they make their own films. So we'd go out from this our circuit and go, we'll go bigger. So what we're trying to do with that is, with the studios we got in Morocco, and also we're trying to get one here, where we have a group of directors in America who are ready to work with us. So let's say we have a TV series. They'll do the first, the second, while our own huge directors will be like the assistant directors, and then from the third series, they take it over. And so you'd have a Philip Noyce, who I think is just a brilliant director, who, if you go to Netflix and Hulu, he has a series called What If? You'd see he did first, second, third, and then after others. He uses that to uplift and train strong filmmakers and just make them even bigger. So while his name is on it, your name is also on it. So I want to adopt the same system for Nigerians, and very soon it will be a case of, oh, I've done this international production anyway, and so there'll be no excuse of, oh, we're paying you so much less because you haven't done this, or we're paying. We need to be in that big space, playing with the big boys also. And so we have a program like this coming up.
One of the major events at this year's festival is the arrival of Amazon Studios and Amazon Prime Video in Nigeria. James Farrell is the international head of local originals.
Well, first impressions of being here is that I love how ambitious everyone is. You'd be surprised, as you go to, country, meet with different creators. Like some people, they just want to be more formulaic and procedural about it. All right, cop shows are working, let's make a cop show. But that's not the way to go about it. You want people who are ambitious. They say, I've always wanted to do big action movies, but I've never had a good partner. I've always wanted to do animation or horror or all these things. And And just the ideas and the think big of it all has been super impressive. We've got an acquisitions team that'll look at films here at the Afriff Festival or otherwise and say, hey, you're already making this movie for theaters. We'd love to acquire a window after that and put it in our service. That's relatively easy to do. The harder thing to do and the thing that's case by case is, we meet with a local producer or a talent or writer, and we'll talk about ideas like, hey, do you want to do a show about this, a movie about this? And we say, all right, that's a great idea. Let's do that. Then from there, the needs for everybody are different. Somebody will say, all right, we've got this idea, but we don't have a studio. We don't have a place to do this. And we say, okay, let's work with you. We've got studios in Europe or in Latin America. Maybe we can find a place, or maybe we can help you build one here. Somebody else might say, I've got this, but I've never edited a multi-season scripted show before. I've only done movies. And I say, great. We can help you bring in an editor from another country to help you with that piece. Or somebody else will say, I've got this science fiction thing, but I don't have the visual effects resources to do science fiction. You say, great, I can help bring in a science fiction, a VFX editor. Somebody else will say, I've got this, but I don't have this writing person. I say, great, we can bring in that writer. So case by case, the needs are different. But as long as you start with that good idea, I'm pretty sure between all those things that I just mentioned, and then there's all the things that we'll need locally that we don't have the resources that we'll have to rely on that local partner for. So it really is this partnership. So I hope people come with that spirit of cooperation, because that's what we really need to be successful.
Amazon is the biggest in terms of content acquisition globally. Ukonwa Kuzi Orizu Ojo is the Global Chief Marketing Officer for Amazon Prime Video and Studios.
A genuine love and passion for Nollywood content. I can say for myself personally and for the entire team, we cannot wait to share even more of Nollywood content with our members. We think they're gonna love it. So I think part of that is just in service to our members in Nigeria, and getting more more people to watch Prime Video content in Nigeria, and then getting people all over the world. The Nigerian diaspora, as well as just people who love Nollywood content, who are not necessarily Nigerian, getting a lot of them to love the content. And then the second bit is, as we've met with a lot of creators, we get a sense, at least they've shared with us, that they have a lot of stories to tell, and not as much funding. And so we see that there's an opportunity too to partner with creators to get their stories made. Get their stories made into shows, into movies, and really get them to bring to life what is in their head, and what they can't wait to share with the world. And then the power of Amazon is we can take that and scale it to 240 countries, to over 200 million members worldwide. And we're really excited about the opportunity to do that. We think there's so much potential there. Nigerians are great marketers. So I think, first of all, we're going to be learning from the Nigerian team on the best way to make the content appeal to the Nigerian audience. But what we bring to the table as well is the opportunity to take Nigerian content and introduce it to customers all over the world. And we do that every single day. We launch shows all over the world in all these different countries, and we've learned how to connect creators with communities. And so that's a big part of what we're also bringing to the table.
Bolanle Austin Peters' much-anticipated latest flick, Collusion Course, will premiere and close the festival.
My men will help you.